All right, hi everybody. So today I'm just going to do a quick overview going over some different tips that can help to prevent problem behavior. So when it comes to problem behavior that happens, especially when you tell your kiddo no, that they can't have a certain item or they have to wait for the item, or just in general, it is time to clean up. So you're having to remove that item. Some of the things that help out a lot is giving those warnings. So telling them, hey, you can go down the slide 2 more times, or you've got 1 more minute, and letting them know ahead of time before they have to let go of an item. Then also with that, a timer can be very helpful prior to those transitions. So set that timer for 1 more minute and letting them know you can watch TV for 1 more minute. When the timer goes off, we are all done. Some other things that you can do when you're telling a kiddo no, you can kind of soften the no by letting them know what they can have. So you could say something like, well, you can't have the ice cream, but you can have strawberries, you can have yogurt, or you can't have the trains, but we can go outside, we can do this, etc. So little things like that sometimes can make a big difference when it comes to problem behaviors that occur for this reason. A few more for kids who sometimes engage in that problem behavior because they want to get out of a task, they don't want to brush their teeth, don't want to eat their vegetables, don't want to do their homework, the list can go on. One of the things that can be very helpful is doing what we call a first then. So first you need to brush your teeth, then you can watch a movie. First, you need to do your homework, and then you can have a snack. So you usually have something, the non-preferred comes first, and then you're offering them something that they really like and enjoy after they complete that activity. And then the rule is you only get this after you have completed what I've asked you to do. Also, giving kids lots of choices. Choices makes a huge, huge difference for kids. And it can be something as simple as you're going to have to come to the table. That's the requirement. But which chair do you want? Do you want to sit on this chair, or do you want to sit in this chair? Do you want to use this pencil, or do you want to use a red crayon? Do you want the green crayon? So as many choices as you can think to offer. If it doesn't matter which bathroom they use, like, hey, do you want to use your bathroom or do you want to use my bathroom? The more choices you can offer them, then the big, big difference it can make for a lot of kids. Also, when you can, try making things fun. And this might look different for every kid, but if you have a kid that's very competitive, then you can turn cleaning up into a race. Like, let's see who can pick up the most train tracks. Let's see who can pick up the cars the fastest. Let's see if you can beat the timer. So if you can make it fun, then that definitely can make a huge difference in reducing that problem behavior. Another one is giving easy tasks and then following the easy tasks with the difficult task. Something about getting that momentum going when you ask them to do something super simple and then you're able to praise them for it, and then they do something else that's really easy and you can praise them for it. It just gets that momentum going, and then you insert that more difficult task, and you're more likely to have success, and it's less aversive and frustrating for the kiddos when they've just gotten all the praise for all these easy things that they could do. Another thing is breaking tasks, especially longer tasks, into chunks. So I put a visual, I think it's on my side of the screen, it's the right side, but it's that math worksheet. So you can even sit there and take that, and I put colors around it to kind of show, so you could use that as a visual for them, like, hey, do 4 problems, do all the problems in green, and then you can take a break. And they come back to it, hey, now you need to do all the things in blue, and then you can go take a break, and vice versa. So sometimes just splitting it up can make a really big difference. And the other thing is just pay attention to your kiddo. If you can see that they're starting to squint their eyes and you can see that they're exhaling, and maybe they're about to get to that point where problem behavior is on its way, then if a break is something they're able to take, then I would offer them, like, hey, tell me you need a break, and let them take that break and go rest before the problem behavior occurs, and then have them come back to it to finish it up. And now kids who really like attention, and they do problem behavior because they're trying to get you to look at them and get you to come and spend time with them. One, when they are being appropriate, catch them being good. It's so easy when they're being good for us to want to hurry and go to the kitchen and, oh, let me get all the things done while I can. But don't forget to use those opportunities to pop your head in and say, wow, you're playing so nicely by yourself. Hey, you're doing such a great job. I can't wait to play with you later. And then give them the descriptive praise for the things they're doing appropriately. I like how you shared your toys so nicely. I like how you're sitting nicely. I love how you're so gentle with your brother and you put the toy away oh so nicely. So tell them exactly what it is that you love that they're doing so that they'll start doing those things more. Also, let them know when you'll be free. Instead of just saying, hey, I'm busy, it makes a big difference for first I have to cook dinner. So here's that first then. First I have to cook dinner and then I can play with you. Or first mommy has to do this or that and then you and I can go read a book together. So let them know when will be able to spend time with them. Another one is just having that routine that's set up for you guys, where you guys do have almost a scheduled time where you spend time together. So maybe it's something as simple as every single night before you go to bed, you read a book, or every day before dinner, you go outside and you play together for 15 minutes. So when the kids that have that routine, some kids thrive off of that. And now I don't have to do all this problem behavior to get your attention because I know that I'm going to get it and I know when I'm going to get it. So that again can help sometimes. Another one is when you can, try to include them in your activities. Now I know we can't do this all the time, but when you can, things even like laundry has to get done, but maybe your kiddo can help you put the laundry in. You can help them and take the things, you take it out of the washing machine and hand it to them and help them put it in the dryer and praise them and throw in some arm wiggles and all the fun things and sing songs while you're doing the laundry. Or maybe they can help you stir the certain foods in together. So when you can and when you've got the time for that, include them as much as possible. Again, I know that's not always as easy. So some other tips just in general too for some kids that can really help is just different visuals. So on the left-hand side, it's on the left-hand side for my screen at least, there's an example of a visual schedule. So sometimes letting the kids know just all the things that need to happen that evening can make a big difference. I also showed you at the beginning when I talked about that first then. You don't have to have a board. You can tell a kiddo first this and then this, but other times you can use the visual and actually have cards that show them exactly what they need to do and what they're going to earn. Also, there's all different kinds of timers out there, so you can use those visual timers where they'll see the color change when they're allowed to do something, or as soon as it hits 6 o'clock, which means designated time with mom, it's going to turn green. So there's other things, even something as simple when you tell them, hey, you can go down the slide 2 more times, adding in that visual, just holding up these 2 fingers can make a big difference so they can really see how many times they have left to go. Another example is using a token system. That one's I have a picture of an example at the bottom of the screen. If your kiddo needs that praise more often, every time they do all these appropriate things, you could give them essentially what we call a token. And then after they get 5 tokens, they can go buy something. Or kids who struggle doing homework, every time they do a problem or they complete their whole worksheet, they can earn a token. And so many tokens can buy a preferred item or an activity. Another thing is transition items. Some kids who struggle with transition, even just leaving the house to get into a car, having that item that they can carry with them and they're allowed to take from one place to the other can help make that a little bit easier. And then also just in general, when you can, and this is where sometimes it takes creativity and thinking of the various things, but set the environment up for success as much as you can. So for the kids that like to run outside of the house, there's special locks that you can put on top of the door. Now I know some kids are really smart and they still find ways to unlock it, but there's different ones that we could try. The locks on the cabinet, putting candy on the highest shelf, so things like that. And then another one is just setting up a routine. So some kids do well when they know what to expect. So just having, again, every day can't look the same, but a little bit of a routine. Maybe when it comes to things like going to bed, which a lot of kids struggle with, having that routine where first you take your bath, then you brush your teeth, and then you read a book. Maybe mom sings a song, and then you go to bed. So things like that can help a lot of kids. So that was all I had for today. I'll go into more detail on some of these things at another time. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. If you are enjoying these videos, Don't forget to like or subscribe. That helps me to be able to get the word out with more people so that I'm able to share it with as many people as possible. If you have any questions, just leave those comments for me and I'd be happy to get back to you. Thank you and have a great day.